Hey kids, ever wanted to play solitaire on your Game Boy? No? Well, goddamn kid, what the hell's the matter with you? Released in 1994 for Game Boy courtesy of Interplay and Beam Software, Solitaire Funpak is exactly what it says on the tin. A variety of solitary card games that is normally played by anyone with a stack of cards and no one else to play with. And there's about a dozen different card games for you to play on here, from the usual Klondike fare that's most commonly featured in various Windows platforms since the dawn of time, to your free cells, to your pyramids, to your scorpions, and hell, let's toss in a little poker so that we have some semblance of excitement in this package. I guess. On the surface, Solitaire Funpak does what it does well enough. It presents you with a variety of different card games and provides you with a relatively straightforward control scheme that is functional enough to pick your cards and play your hands. Just pick a game from the menu and you can start playing, provided you know the rules, and if you've played enough Solitaire on Windows, some of these are old hat while others are out of the usual wheelhouse. You can pause the game to bring up a menu that lets you undo moves, restart your game or deal a new hand, or toggle the music selection to play one of two somewhat mellow sounding music tracks. Or you could just turn the music off and keep it quiet. Just don't expect the game to tell you how to play these variations. You're pretty much on your own in that regard. Solitaire Funpak includes a tournament mode where you play all the included games in sequential order, with your score being carried over between games, and once you beat the final game, that's pretty much it. You could also customize the experience to only play certain games, but the general idea remains the same. And honestly, there's very little else to say about this one. It's Solitaire on Game Boy. It's more than functional. It controls well enough for the simple act of moving a pointer and picking things. The cards are fairly well defined despite the tiny suit sizes. In practice, you can't really call this a bad game because it delivers exactly what it says on the tin. And for those who enjoy Solitaire and want a version of it on Game Boy, I don't know who you people are, but you do have a functional version of that here. The issue with Solitaire Funpak on Game Boy is that, as functional as it may be, it is a completely redundant release. Perhaps more so today since you could play some semblance of Solitaire on your mobile device with relatively little effort. But even back in 1994, could I really see anyone playing this on a Game Boy? Playing Solitaire on Windows is one thing. You have a mouse and you can drag things here and there, resulting in much cleaner gameplay. Playing this sort of thing with a D-pad and two buttons feels clunky and perhaps ill-fitting for the platform. Just about the only thing this really offers is some level of portability, which takes this a step above a similar game I've sampled years ago called Super Solitaire for the Super Nintendo, perhaps an even more redundant release if there ever was one. And so, yeah, I don't know, the way I see it, Solitaire Funpak does what it does well enough, but what it does can be done better elsewhere, and Game Boy has more than enough casual game types or puzzle games that are better suited for the handheld than this package could ever hope to be. Thanks, but no thanks.